Dolly Tribe. Hello, hello, hello. This is Evie. Yes, I've seen the Barbie mover. And spoiler alert, sunshine here today. Yes, this is a spoiler alert. I am going to be discussing elements of the Barbie movie. And in discussing those, there will be spoiler alerts. So I just want to do that. But before I get into it, Dolly Tribe, I do want to ask you how you're doing. It's hump day. It's Wednesday. So I hope everything in your week is going good. Let's do a check-in in the comments. Let me know how your week is going. I hope it's going wonderfully so far. Let me just tell you guys, we can do it. We can make it to Friday. We can make it to Friday. We can do it. Yeah. So I am going to start telling you different elements. It's going to be all over the place. I tried to give it structure, but this review of the Barbie movie is not going to have structure because I wrote it down after I had seen the movie and I just sat and thought about it. And as it came to me, that's what I want to get into. So that's what's about to happen right now. I hope you guys enjoy this. All right, spoiler alert, I'm about to talk about the Barbie movie, so please don't watch this if you have not seen the Barbie movie yet. All right, let me get into it. I'm about to talk about the movie now, y'all. All right, so at the end or near the very end of the movie, Barbie had on this yellow dress. I can't remember everything about it. I've only seen the movie once, but she had on a yellow dress right before she decided to make a decision that at the end of the movie changed her life. So this dress was yellow. And the reason why I'm bringing up this yellow dress is because I thought it was interesting that she had on a yellow dress. During the entire movie, I believe she had on mostly things that had on pink. Yes, some things they have a little bit of neon yellow or some other color in it, but the primary color that she had on was pink, or it was something with blue or some other color in it. So the fact that she had on a yellow dress at the end, it made me wonder why she had on a yellow dress. And then I went to think about what the color yellow represents. It represents friendship. And at the end, her and Ken became friends, right? Like she was like, this is not the guy for me, things of that nature. So she had on yellow. Also, yellow in some countries means harmony and happiness. And I think everything that she went through from the beginning of the movie until that moment that she made a decision that changed her life forever, Barbie became happy with her choices that she made. So I think she found harmony and happiness. And I think that's what yellow also, why they put her in a yellow dress right before she went to Ruth Handler and made a decision. Right. So let me know if I have that right in the comments, if that happened right before she went to Ruth Handler. I'm trying to remember the movie. I wrote the notes down right after the next day after I had seen the movie. So I never seen it twice. I mean to go see it twice, but I just haven't seen it twice yet. So you guys let me know what you think about that. So yellow means amusement and happiness and, all these different things. So I think she just came to, making a decision and knowing that you're going to go with this decision. It does relieve a lot of stress from you. So she probably did have a lot of happiness and joy. So that's why I think she was wearing the yellow dress towards the end. All right. So yes. There were some references to Ruth Handler quite a bit in the Barbie movie. So I wanted to bring up something that I had learned a while back, I think in April, that Ruth Handler's daughter, Barbara Handler, and also her son, Kenneth Handler, neither one of them liked that they had dolls as their, that they were namesakes for these dolls. Barbara Handler has said that she did not like being called Barbie, and she actually told that to TMZ. And in the Cinema Blend article that came out on April 10th of 2023, the person that wrote the article speculated that maybe she was just got kind of tired of it over time. And maybe that when people met her, they probably wanted to call her Barbie and this, that, and the other. So I thought that that was interesting to put that in there. That wasn't in the movie, but I'm just saying that the references to Ruth Handler in the movie made me think about Barbara Handler and how she never really did like that Barbie was named after her. Also, speaking about Ruth Handler, there were a couple of scenes where um, Ruth Handler was played by Rhea Perlman, who I think is famously known from the Cheers sitcom that used to come on in the 90s and things. So Rhea Perlman played Ruth Handler in the movie. And she and Margot Robbie had a couple of scenes together that were very heartwarming that I really enjoyed. And I just thought it was really nice because Barbara Handler did say that her mother never really could imagine that there would be a movie made about Barbie, but that if there ever was, that she believed that she would have been thrilled that this moment was happening. Also, to kind of step out of what I was actually talking about for a second, she did say that she really thought that Margot Robbie would be the perfect person to be Barbie, and she thought that her mother would be thrilled about that. So I think that's another reason why they kind of put the Ruth Handler and Barbie scenes together. It was just heartwarming to see that. And it was kind of a passing of the torch kind of thing, getting permission from the creator type of thing. So that's kind of how I read into it. This movie put me in tears. Some people that see this video may be like, that's so lame, and that's okay. That can be what you think about it. But I really thought that it was just heartwarming to see Barbie and Ruth Handler, not really Ruth Handler, but to see Barbie and the person that was representing Ruth Handler together, actually talking to each other. I imagine that probably happened a few times as Ruth Handler was trying to come up with different concepts and things for Barbie as she was building upon the Barbie brand. I'm pretty sure maybe in her mind, she may have been having conversations with Barbie to come up with different things. So that's what I imagine. And so when I saw those different parts in those scenes, it really brought tears to my eyes. All right, on to the character Gloria. Gloria is played by America Ferrera, who has been in lots of great movies. She's a very good actress. And in this movie, Gloria was a human that ended up helping Barbie, take back control of Barbie Land, okay? And I wonder why they chose the name Gloria. And I also wonder why, well, the name fit because, Gloria can mean magnificence. Gloria can mean great achievements, honorable, honor, things like that. So, and glory, of course. So, the fact that Gloria helped bring magnificence and glory back to Barbie Land kind of makes sense in my opinion. She's a mom, just an average mom with a decent job and trying to be a good parent and be a woman navigating the world. And her and Barbie were pretty much doing the kind of same things, and the world collide, and they were able to help each other. So I like that. It paralleled to me, in my opinion. I do believe that I resonated a lot with Gloria, just because I'm not a single parent or anything like that. I'm not a parent at all, but a person who rediscovered their love for dolls. So that's how I connected with Gloria, because I rediscovered my love for dolls, and I started collecting again and this, that, and the other. So I really like the connection that I had with Gloria. Also, Gloria and her daughter's relationship reminded me a lot of me and my mother's relationship. Sometimes we butt heads and things like that, but ultimately we really love each other. My mother worked very hard to provide for my brother and me, and that was another thing. And then I know people who I've been so much friends with in life, and they had taken their daughters to see the movie. So it was just so beautiful and heartwarming, this movie and what it has created. So I just wanted to put that in there as well. All right, Dolly Tribe. Y'all probably will think I'm crazy with this next one that I'm about to talk about, but Barbie and the old lady, okay? When she was sitting at the bus stop after, I forget what was going on. I think her and Kim were doing something, and she went and sat at the bus stop because she was trying to think about how she was supposed to find the human, the little girl who she thought was a little girl that was playing with her, right? So she sat at the bus stop and she was trying to think, and Ken went on somewhere and he was discovering patriarchy and stuff. So she was at the bus stop, and then she turned and there was this old lady. So my crazy self, I was like, well, after I was sitting thinking for a while, I was like, I don't know. I be thinking up crazy things. So I was like, was she the old lady that she saw? Was that her, I was like, was she the old lady that she saw? I watch too much sci-fi stuff sometimes. So, so that's what it was. But I think it was still very thought provoking, just because she told the old lady, "You're beautiful," and the old lady was like, "Shoot, who you telling? I know already. I know I'm gorgeous, wrinkles and all. I'm gorgeous." So, I was kind of thinking like, wow. So I think Barbie wanted that, and that's why she revered that elder like that. And I think that was just what she wanted. So I thought that was a very beautiful scene, and I wish it had lasted longer. I truly, truly do. I love that scene. I think it's beautiful. I don't think humanity reveres the elderly as much as they should. So I don't think we care for the elderly like we should. So I thought that was a very beautiful scene in the movie. Dolly Tribe, you guys know that I had made some Barbie movie videos before the movie came out, speculation videos and just videos talking about the trailers and things like that. If you haven't saw them and you've seen the movie already, I urge you to go back and look at those videos. Just because I think part of my speculation was correct about what happened, what was going to happen in the movie. Just when I heard the plot, I didn't see any pictures or anything, I don't think. I just heard like a little bit of like what was supposed to happen. And then I was thinking like what would make Barbie less than perfect. And so I did a rundown of what I thought would make Barbie less than perfect. And so some of those things actually played out in the movie, which I guess maybe those were simple things. And, it definitely wasn't rocket science, but, I was just wondering. So you guys take a look at those videos or just let me know what you think. But yeah, I had speculated about some of the things that happened, and it actually turned out right. So I'm a little pat myself on the back there. Next, I would like to talk about Weird Barbie, who was played by actress Kate McKinnon. In Weird Barbie, oh my goodness, a lot of people in the theater got a good laugh out of her. So we know a lot of people did some overplay with one of their Barbies, at least, that turned into Weird Barbie. I don't think I ever had one that was really weird. I did have some that I did play with my Barbies, but I think I used so much care that I never really had one that was drawn on. If I did, it was probably because I was so young. Somebody gave me a doll, and I was just way too young to really care for them properly. Properly, because when I became older, I don't think I ever had a weird Barbie. I just don't think I did. But anyway, so we had Weird Barbie, and I think Kate McKinnon did a really good job. I would assume that other people that I didn't know that did have some weird Barbies, I know they played with those dolls to death. So Weird Barbie would know the things that no other Barbie would know. So that made a lot of sense. And for her always being in the splits, I really like that as well. I like that she was kind of the doll that all the other dolls had to come to. But I didn't like they was talking about how she was ugly and weird. Like, the only difference from her from the other Barbies was that she got, she was overplayed with, and her hair was cut off, and she had drawings on her face. And some weird Barbies actually did have their little toesies, chewed off or cut off, or their hands nibbled off and stuff. So I really don't understand. It was like, oh, well, you're ugly and you're this. So I really didn't like that. But, they going to do what they going to do in these movies to try to make somebody seem ugly. So I don't know. I didn't like that part, but it is what it is. I never have thought anybody's dolls were ugly unless they really defaced them. The dolls are still cute. They just have markings over their face. So I don't know about that, but yeah. So, that just made me think about how society treats people who are not in the norm. So anybody who has anything strange about them, like people who wear the goth stuff, I guess, people outcast them, people outcast, nerds and I don't know, all other things that's just not in the norm. People who like to color their hair and all this business. People really just don't understand people who are not in the norm, and the Barbies did not understand Weird Barbie. So I guess that parallels with real life. So that's all I have to say about that. I was also thinking after I saw the movie, so how are the Kens going to be treated? How are the Barbies going to be treated after the movie? Like, are they all like gonna get along, whatever? Are the Kens going to be able to get their own houses? Like, what's going to happen? In Barbie Land, like what's going on? Are they gonna have a Ken land? Are they gonna try to have the Ken discover a land that they can go and be Kens in and do all the manly things Kens want to do, or what? Like what's gonna happen? Are they just gonna, are some of the Barbies gonna want to shack up with some of the Kens? Like what's gonna happen? I don't know. And I think they left it there for a reason, for your imagination, because we're talking about Barbie here, so it's about imagination. But I guess they're all going to just go, the ones who haven't figured out who they are just going to go and figure out who they are and what they want to be and what they want to do. So I guess that's what's going to take place. But it did make me want to just put that in there. What are the Kens going to do? What are the Barbies going to do? How are they going to live in harmony with each other in Barbie Land? All right, the next thing I want to address is, and I hope I don't ruffle any feathers today, goodness gracious. I want to address, the Ken in the movie really love Barbie? This particular Ken, the Ryan Gosling Ken, did he love the Margot Robbie Barbie in the film? So, Barbie leaves Barbie Land, and Ken asks to come with her. And she's like, yeah. And he's like, I can't be apart from my Barbie, right? So he goes to the real world with Barbie, and they're together until a particular part. He goes to Century City or Century Galleria, whatever it's called, and then he sees all the machismo or whatever, all the men doing men things. He notices that men in this world are like he notices the patriarchy, the structure of the patriarchy. And after he realizes that, he just pretty much abandons Barbie for the most part. He goes back to Barbie Land so he can tell all the kids, like, look, like, Barbie Land, they got this stuff all wrong. Like, we supposed to be in charge. We can ride horses. We can do this. So he leaves Barbie. So that leads me to, like, really wonder, this particular kid did not love Barbie. At least not to the extent that he really thought. Like, I think he liked how she looked and stuff. And I think, like, he thought there could be a life together if she get with his program. But I don't think he really liked her like that. I think he liked her, but he didn't. Because soon as he found out about that patriarchy and that he could ride horses and look tough and be revered, like, he was like, let me go back and tell the boys and let's get this set up. So he just left Barbie, like, to handle her stuff by herself. So I don't think Ryan Gosling's Ken, I think he loved her, but he didn't. And I think he was also rising to the expectation of being a Ken, to be there to uphold Barbie, this, that, and the other, And I think he really wasn't thinking of himself, because I think the construct in Barbie Land was to, support Barbie, be there for Barbie, whatever Barbie needs. As he said, like, if Barbie just gazed his way that day, like, it would make him feel complete or something like that. So, the construct was just to be there for Barbie. And I don't think, since, he didn't really know himself or whatever, I don't think he just loved her like that. Dolly Tribe, Dolly Tribe, Dolly Tribe. Like the Barbies got brainwashed real quick, didn't they? For those of y'all that watch this, we know the Barbies got brainwashed real quick. Margot and Gloria and her daughter and them all went back to Barbie Land in the and the all the Barbies were waiting on the Kens hand and foot. You know what I'm saying? They got brainwashed pretty quickly. That's all I wanted to mention was that the Barbies got brainwashed pretty quickly. Why? Why did that happen? Did they just not know any better? That's all I'm gonna say about that, y'all. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about was that Barbie in the movie said that her purpose was like to help women and girls everywhere, and she wondered how she actually was able to do that. When she got to the real world, she realized that maybe she wasn't helping like she thought she had. So I thought about how has Barbie helped me even when I was a little girl. When I was a little girl, I think Barbie helped me open up my creativity. Barbie helped me through some trauma when I was younger. I did have a little bit of trauma when I was younger. Barbie helped me, I don't know, just Barbie just helped me with learning how to create sets for things because I was really good at like creating sets. When I went to college and things, I learned how to set up things, if that makes sense. I learned how to construct things really well. And I think playing with Barbie helped me with that. Also with choreography and things. I think Barbie helped me with choreography and constructing things and setting and staging things and setting up things. So that's what I like about Barbie. I think that's how Barbie helped me in my childhood, how Barbie has helped me as an adult. Barbie has helped me to discover skills and things that I didn't know that I had, talents and things. So I that's pretty much how she's helped me with that. So I think Barbie has made a good influence on the world and the lives of girls and women. Next up, I was thinking about how everybody was like, hi Barbie, hi Ken, hi Ken. And then we just have Alan, Midge, Skipper. Just these other names that weren't Barbie or Ken. And Weird Barbie, and how there was the earring magic Ken, and then there was the Teen Talk Barbie, and there were these other outcasts in Barbie world, and how lonely that must have been for them being outcasted. So I just wanted to bring that up. How Alan was ready to get out. Even pregnant Midge looked like she was having an unpleasant time just being stuck over there in that playhouse or whatever that was. She didn't look like she was having a good time either. So Alan and pregnant Midge did not look like they were having a good time. The outcast Barbies did not look like they were having a good time in Barbie Land, and I think that should be noted. I also wanted to bring up, why does stereotypical Barbie think about death? Why they gave that to her. I think that was given to her because there were other Barbies. Like we had Issa Rae character. Barbie was the president. We had some other Barbies that were journalists and lawyers and astronauts and different things. And then stereotypical Barbie. It seemed like she was just party girl and this, that, and the other. But then she thought about death. And she looked like she threw a wrench in the whole program. Thinking about death, right? That's how it is sometimes when you're around a group of people all the time, and then you throw a question out there that people aren't expecting you to throw out there. It is very upsetting to people. I've been in situations like that. I'm usually a very quiet person. I'm an observer with my group of people that I know. I'm usually quiet. So when I get loud, when I get in people's face and have a confrontation, people are not expecting that, and I upset people. I usually say yes to people, and then when I say no, people get upset. So I think there's something to be said about women. When we say something that is outside the norm, even to other women, not only to men, even to other women, that upsets people in general when you say no, or you're saying something outside the norm that's going to disturb the status quo. And I think they really made that a good point in the movie in general. That's not just a Barbie thing, that's a woman thing, a girl thing, to go through all throughout life. That's one of the themes that never seem to change in a woman's life, in a girl's life. And I really am glad they brought that up. It's also just anybody's life. Everybody goes through that when you say no thing, or if you stand up for yourself, it upsets people and they're going to shun you. Everybody has that moment. So I'm not just saying that it's just a woman thing, but it is a theme that goes more so for women than anyone else, I think, in my opinion. Next, I'm going to address the CEO of Mattel, who was played by Will Ferrell, trying to put Barbie back in her box. Just based on what I said just before about when people upset the status quo, I think a lot of times people want to put you back into your place. So I think that's what happened. Barbie upset at the status quo. She was doing something outside of the norm. And so they were like, you better get back in that box. And I think she was creeping towards it, which I think a lot of women have trouble with. We want to get back into that. Oh, I'm going to stay at home and I'm going to, watch the kids and be a good mom and this and that, instead of, going shopping or going to have ladies night with friends or go to book club or whatever it is that you want to do, sip and paint or whatever it is. So, I think a lot of times people want to put you in that box, say, hey, stay in that box. Don't come out that box, because we're going to put you in that box if you get out of line. So I think that was good symbolism in the movie. I know this movie has upset a lot of people that I guess that really do want women and girls put into a box and other people put into a box. So, it just is what it is, and we have to stand up for ourselves and don't get into that box. That's why I don't usually keep my dolls in a box. I haven't watched anybody's review of the Barbie movie, but I will say this. I'm pretty sure everybody is talking about this Mount Rushmore in Barbie Land. It had the number one Barbie. It had the My First Black Barbie. It had an Asian Barbie, which looks like a Leo Barbie to me. And then it looks like it had I don't know, is that the California Dream skipper? That's what I'm going to call it. I don't know, but it was a skipper from, I don't know, 88 or 89 or 90. I don't know which one, but I know it had a Teresa. So I really loved that. I thought that was so beautiful. Like, I wanted to cry when I seen that little cute little Mount Rushmore, Barbie Mount Rushmore. Now, I do want to say that it's a lot of people who believe this, and I'm not sure because I haven't done a lot of research on it, but there's a lot of people that say that the original Mount Rushmore was Native people. So I don't know a lot about that. And I hope that, I don't know if that's offensive or not. If it is, I'm sorry. And if you feel like that is that way, just let me know in the comments and I will take that part out. But I really did think that was a cute part. And I do recognize that may be the truth. I'm not really sure because I haven't studied it that well, but if that's the truth, then just let me know in the comments and educate me, because there's some things I can't study everything. So just let me know and I will make a correction on that. I really love the whole set construction of the Barbie movie. The costumes in the movie were extremely well done. I told you guys even before the movie came out that is probably going to be some Oscar winning set designs and some Oscar winning costumes coming out of this movie, and I'm pretty sure even performances. But another thing I want to say is that Margot and a lot of the cast, Ryan Gosling and Ritu Arya and Issa Rae and the young lady that played Gloria's daughter in America Ferrera, they all did really good jobs acting. But I do want to talk about the people who played Ken and Barbies mostly in this, because they really did act out the way a lot of children play with their toys. When Margot turned on the shower and acted like it was water falling on her, and then when she was in the real world having to get used to the water actually splashing on her, because in the play world, you just put the cup up to your mouth and you're supposed to imagine that they're drinking tea or what have you. Now I was a person, I wanted to see that. I had an imagination and I can make it look like tea, but I also used to put a little water and mix it with food coloring and stuff. My grandmas and aunties and people would help me do that. So they actually had water touch their lips. But anyway, I thought it was really cute how they acted out a lot of the things that they were doing and how they had the plastic noises when the dolls were walking and moving and stuff. I thought that was all really good acting, and just the lighting. The lighting made it look like dolls. The lighting made them look shiny and new and bright and stuff. So I really did appreciate that level of detail. This next one I want to talk about is Ken and the symbolism of horses. So in the movie, Ken at the end said, he really just thought it was about horses and stuff like that. Patriarchy. Now, he did like the machismo aspect of the patriarchy, men being waited on hand and foot, and all these different things. And he did say he just had a thing for horses. He just wanted to kind of be a rock star. And I looked up symbolism in horses, and it said that horses are symbolic for freedom, individualism. It also said that for endurance and confidence and strength and stubbornness and anger and stupidity and vanity, as well as gentleness. So I think a lot of those things embody Ken in this movie. I'm not trying to down talk men or down talk Ken, or any kind of Ken. You know what I'm saying? But I think that went with the horse theme. It also said, when I looked up about horses, that it's also a symbolism of the underworld and dark primal forces and the kind of dark energies of humans, kind of wildness and things of this nature. So when Kim was just like, when he overtook Barbie Land, I think that was a lot of that confidence and heroism and competition. That's also symbolism with horses. So I think he was in competition with Barbie to a certain degree. It kind of looked like he had a little envy and jealousy. So that goes into the vanity thing. So I definitely think that when the Barbies had to take back Barbie Land because the kids kind of was feeling themselves, I think that was part of the reason why. And I think another thing is that I don't think in Barbie Land the Barbies were really thinking about how the Kens were feeling. So I don't think they really took it into account exactly how the Kens were feeling too. Dolly Tribe, I'm going to leave this off right here. I'm going to make a second part to this just because I know I have about 4 or 5 more points and I just don't want this to be all day. Overall, I want to say I really enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the energy in it. I enjoyed the colors. I enjoyed everything. I just really enjoyed this movie a whole bunch. It was a good atmosphere where I went to view the movie at AMC, and I just, it was just a good time. I think people are reading too much into the movie. I'm going to read too much into it because I'm a Barbie fan. But everybody else, I think they was reading too much into this movie. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys for dipping in the Dollmosphere with me today. You guys just remember to be safe. Watch your surroundings. Be very aware of your surroundings. And don't forget to keep the sunshine light and bright in your life. All right, you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in, and many blessings. Bye-bye.